Hello, Nadilla here. The week of October 10th through the 16th is Potions Week. So we are going to decorate with potion bottles. And unlike last week with the pumpkins, I have not prepared. So here's the thing. I know that I want to do potions. We talked about that last week. I know that I want to decorate with potions. And I knew what I wanted to do when I decided that I wanted to do potions. Like I had an idea in mind. But since then, of course, I don't know. I want to do something else. I'm so indecisive. Like I've always been just really indecisive, but lately, even more so, I feel like. That's why I was so excited about last week with the pumpkins, because I had made a decision. I knew what I was doing. I had already, prepared for it, but I don't know. This week I am kind of like mind blank. Here's the issue. Let me explain why I'm struggling so hard. So, like last week we did the pumpkins down here at the bottom, right? So I can do the same thing. Keep going with potions at the bottom. But I find it kind of boring to do that. I also thought about bringing in the black paper, like I did last week, and doing that x-ray vision kind of thing. But again, we did that last week. That's kind of boring. What can we do that's different? I saw someone doing like a bookshelf type of vibe with their potion bottles in a post, and I thought about doing something similar. I don't want to do something similar. I want to do something different. So like that's the issue I'm coming across, is what can I do that's different? I want to do something different. I don't want to do the same thing. I thought about doing the potions across, up this way, but I did that with a spread in September. I also did it this way. So what can I do with potions that's different? That's the struggle I'm having. I want to do something different. Okay, I'm back. So I decided to kind of do the bookshelf thing, but not. So we have two shelves here. I sketched out 4 big potion bottles for these 4 days. And then the rest will be little potion bottles on that shelf. I have not sketched out on the other side. I will get to that later. I want to see how this looks first. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to handle like the coloring of everything. I will most likely use my Archer and Olive calligraphs for that. I haven't made a decision on that yet, because I am still trying to decide what I want to do with these, because I did sketch them out to go with the theme, but I don't want to be limited by that much space. I want to be able to use whatever space I want, whatever space I need, So I don't want to use a black pen for these, because I don't want to define those. I just want to make the decoration. The decoration at the end of the day is the background. Do I have 2 gray pens? I guess we'll get started here on Monday and start erasing some of these lines. Let's go with the periwinkle color. Okay. So far, so good. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. Why am I so, like, worried about it? I mean, I know that I want my journal to look nice, but I don't know why it's so serious today. Like, usually I just go with it, no big deal, no pressure. It's gonna be what it is, and you know, I don't know what my deal is today. Like, I gotta snap out of it. I really don't know how I feel about this. Like, I like the small potion bottles. They are what I wanted. The shelf is not too bad. The big potion bottles are bothering me. They're bothering me. And I can't put my finger on why they bother me. I just know that they do. And I'm thinking I am probably going to find a way to cover them up. Yeah, I'm struggling, and it's showing, it's evident. So, I don't know if I'm gonna end up scrapping this. I may not use this at all. I don't know if I'm gonna include this, but we're gonna have to rethink this whole thing. See how I can quote unquote fix it, because there's really not necessarily anything wrong with it. It's just not, I don't like it, and it's not working for me. So we are going to say goodbye for now, go do other things, and then come back to this when I don't know. Maybe this will be the week I skip. Okay, so I think part of the problem is the stark whiteness of the page. So I'm going to try something that I hope I don't regret. This is a Crayola Supertip. These don't come with color names, so I don't know what color to tell you it is. No numbers or no names, but I'm going to use this light one for the edges of the page, and then this calligraph for the center, and I'm going to try to use the brush tip to kind of blend the colors together. And like I said, hopefully I don't regret this, but we're going to give it a try. It's hard to do this one-handed. All right, let's try that again. And I am leaving it streaky on purpose. I don't want a perfect wall behind these shelves. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in that whole portion because I feel like that's the shadowy area under the bookshelf and then behind the, I know what I mean. Right. I'm actually going to go all the way across there because I have a solution to this issue that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. I just wanted to get the background done first. Is that coming across the way I wanted it to? I hope so. I'm going to go ahead and color this part and be right back. So here I didn't even bother to talk. By this point, I was feeling kind of defeated. I decided that instead of using the bottles that I drew on there, I would create the X-ray vision type bottles that I had mentioned before. I just took a piece of paper and drew out a bottle. I folded it in half and cut it to make sure that it was symmetrical, you know. I'm not good at being very symmetrical freehand. So I did that, and then I used that paper to trace the bottles that I ended up using here. The ones on top, because of the placement of the shelf, are a little bit shorter. But yeah, I basically just created some potion bottles on black paper and went through with gel pen to get this kind of X-ray vision look that I'm not sure we pulled off, but that was what I was going for. So I will speed up from here and come back with the next step. So at this point, I had reached defeat one more time. So here you see me taping down some scrapbook paper. This one kind of looked like wallpaper to me. So I thought I would use that since the previous page had a lighter color background. I was aiming for a darker colored background for this one. And then we're gonna put down some shelving and then I'll get stuck again. I got stuck a lot during this thread, a lot, but I pushed through. You're seeing it before your eyes. I pushed through. So, I have lost power. There is an outage in my area, and I was in the middle of making banana bread when the power went out. Like, the banana bread was in the oven. I checked on it. I think it was mostly done. It's still pretty pale on the top. The edges are kind of golden, so I think it was almost done. We'll see when I cut into it. But for now, I'm leaving it in the oven. The baby is napping, and it's my day off, so I wanted to take advantage and try to finish up this spread that has taken literal days to finish. And yeah, the power went out. So hopefully this limited sunlight is enough for you to see. If not, I might throw in a filter to brighten it up a little bit. But I needed to get on here and finish. You know, I was going to post this video not having finished the spread, and I just couldn't bear it. So this is what I have so far. So we finished this side, and interestingly enough, the more I look at it, the more I actually like it, when I didn't like it 2 days ago. But anyways, that part of it's done. We are now on this part of it, and I just want to get it done already, you know? I just want to get it done. I had played around with the idea of doing, like on this one, the X-ray vision ones are the big ones and the little ones are regular. I played around with doing the same thing on this side, but the opposite, doing the little ones in X-ray vision, doing the big ones in regular, but it's too complicated with what I've put down as the background, and at this point I can't peel that up. I can't salvage what I've already essentially thrown away. So enough babbling. I think there's been enough babbling in this entire video. I hope it's not 35,000 hours long. What I'm going to do is this page is going to be empty and broken bottles, because that is just the vibe. That's just the vibe right now. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is put some lines on these shelves so that they look more like shelves. For the sake of the baby is napping right now, I'm not gonna take these down just yet, but I wanted to at least have them looking like shelves. You see? Just one simple line. Look at the difference that makes. Hopefully you can see. It's so dark. Okay, so let's get this line. There's that part of the shelf. This line. And no, I'm not measuring. I just don't feel like it. That's really all there is to it. I could measure to get it perfect. I don't feel like it. This has been quite a week. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and just in the world in general. Not necessarily with me. I mean, with me too, but there's just, I feel like, my goodness, there's so much going on in the world. And it's hard to kind of tune that out and stay focused on positivity. And I think that's been my struggle this week, is that I typically do a lot of distracting myself from the negativity, which works short term but not long term. Anyway, I won't keep going on that. So this is what we're going to be doing with the bookshelves. Not sure where I'm going to place these, because I think I mentioned before that on the other side I feel like I placed these up too high and I had to shorten those. So I might bring these down a little bit lower. I'm not sure yet. But for now, I'm going to set this aside so that we can work on the my mind went blank on the bottles. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Okay, so here I have some sticker paper. We're going to use the paper today to create some broken bottles. Okay, actually I'm going to open this back up to the page that we've already done because I'm just going to keep the same shapes going that I used on that page. So I'll just start right here in the middle of the page. How about we turn it this way and just start right here in the corner. All right, so those are my 8 bottles, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, my 8 bottles. I will just cut up little pieces of paper to be the glass, and then I'll draw the glass on those little pieces of paper instead of going through and doing that now. All right. And then my big ones, how do I want to accomplish the big ones? I think the big ones, instead of them being empty, we'll leave them, we'll leave them empty, but instead of them being, or we'll leave them full instead of broken. Since those are the spaces I'll write in, let me reach over and grab my little stencil. Again, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but when I created these guys, I actually used, I drew the bottle on a piece of paper, folded it in half, and cut it because I wanted the sides to be symmetrical, and I'm terrible at getting some sides symmetrical by eye like that. So then I used it. I think the baby's waking up. Then I traced it to make those. So I'll use the same one for these. Yep, we got a waking up baby. Hi, buddy. Aww, you're okay, bud. I'm right here. Did you have a good nap? Uh-oh, he spotted Mama's pens. I'll let you play with it if you don't open it. Oops. You want up here? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure how I'm gonna trace with you in my lap, but we'll try and make it work, huh? Right? Is it right here? Let's see, will this fit there? Say, nope, Mama, you didn't leave yourself enough space. Okay. What about sideways? It fits sideways, just barely. So we're gonna make it work sideways. What's he doing? I wonder if he notices that the power's out. Does he notice that? He's only 1, you know, so I always wonder, like, how much of the world are they aware of at this age? So Like, I know he doesn't know what power is, but I wonder, does he notice that Mama has the blinds open and I'm using light from outside instead of the big light that's usually on overhead. I wonder if he notices that. I am erasing this one, guys, because I don't have space down here, and like I said, I try to put everything together so that if I need the rest of this page for something, there's the maximum amount of space. So that's why you start with pencil, right? So that you can do this. It's not a major hassle for me to erase and start over. It's not that serious. So let's move this guy up and trace it. Are you gonna let me trace this one, guy? Ooh, ooh. Watch yourself, bud. Are you still sleepy? Are you still sleepy? Let's put it sideways. Hey, baby. Just turns and looks at me like, what's wrong with you, lady? Stop chatting and give me milk. I want milk. Oh, I can't see, buddy. I'm almost done with this one. Almost done. All right, there. So those are those 4. At this point, trying to decide like what I want to do on the inside of the bottles so that that they're very clearly empty. My daughter gave me a tip, and the reason why I consult my 13-year-old so much is because she is an artist. That girl draws and colors. She's really very good at what she does. So I always consult her when it comes to art stuff, because I feel like she gives really good advice. So she said that I should probably get like a very, very, very barely perceptible light blue to kind of highlight inside of the bottles, and that'll show that they're empty. So what I'm thinking about now, oh, I cut myself earlier, ouch. Okay. Anyways, that's what happens when you're slicing up strawberries. I made banana strawberry bread, or strawberry banana bread. I wonder if that beeping is the power company coming to fix our power. Anyways, so I need to think about, do I want to use like I know that there is a calligraph that's called Barely Blue. So I don't know if I want to use that. Do I want to use this acrylograph I've got here that's a light blue? I don't know if it's light enough. And then I've got some Crayola Supertips here that I might be able to use. Like this color in particular I was looking at. There's one under here as well. It might be green, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. Oh, it's kind of like a light turquoise color. Okay, let me look through all of my color stuff and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you. I have a very tired 1-year-old in my lap that is breastfeeding. I didn't feel like getting up to go find colors in the dark. So I'm going to use what I have here. Even though this color looks kind of turquoisey or teal-ish, it's very light, so I think this is what I'm going to use. And hey, if I don't like it later, I will address that later. But for now, I will use this. So what I'm going to do is come here and kind of where the, you know, like on the other ones, I put like a like a little bit of a distance between the colors to show that they're, you know, the glass is kind of thick. I think that's what I'm going to do here too. And I'll just do like this corner, right? Like that. And maybe do it up at the top as well, like in the opposite corner. Or do I just trace it all the way around? Alright, let me do one like that and one like this and see how I like it. And then if I just have to trace another one, then I'll just trace another one. Oop, that wasn't straight. My 1-year-old is kicking, so I was trying to avoid his foot and ended up. So this would be right here where the line would go. So we're going to do that. Oop. Don't kick me, buddy. No! Baby foot! So that messed up a little bit there, but that's okay. No big deal. You know what? Instead of, since these are not broken, I can just take the corks off of these. That's what I can do differently on these. I can just take the corks off. So I don't know. I don't know if I should leave, if I should do the blue on the whole thing, or just do it on the corners. Something to think about. So see, like that. Of course, I'm going to go over this in black pen, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do. Tell me which one you prefer down in the comments below. Tell me if you prefer the entire outline or just in the corners. Or can you even see anything? Because the power's out. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I think I'm gonna do, I know, right? Mommy's silly. Mommy is silly. Well, buddy, I think we're gonna go all the way. Oh, the power's back on! Yay! Yay! The power is on. Isn't that exciting? He's like, I didn't even notice anything was different, Mom. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, the groceries aren't a total loss, buddy. You hear the printer turning back on? Let's go turn the oven back on so we finish that banana bread. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah, let's go do that. I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. The baby has just spilled over all of my acryligraphs and he's playing with those. So far I haven't seen him open any, so I think we're good. Yeah. All right, so I didn't redo the one bottle because it occurred to me, I don't know if you notice here on the previous page, I tried to really make that look like clear glass. So what I did for that effect was I took a white jelly roll and colored in where it should be cleared, and took the same color calligraph that I used to color this and colored over the white because I knew it would be lighter. That way it looks like, you know, the way that glass looks like in front of something. It's a little distorted, a little bit lighter. You can tell that it's clear, but you don't, you know what I'm saying. So I want the same effect here. So I'm not going to redo this one because these lines that I drew in with the blue marker are probably going to disappear because I'm going to do the same effect with these. I'm going to go ahead and get my tape because I'm going to tape these down. I'm going to make a decision on where these are going to go. All right, so now I want to let me get these out of the way for a second because I'm going to color everything while it's already on the journal. I don't want to have to worry about that later. I want to do it now. So let me see. These right here, I kind of put together the ones that go together. Okay. So we're going to put the bottle here and the little ones on this corner. So that'll be... So we got those little small pieces down. Now let's take the big ones. All right. Well, day 5, guys. Whew, this video has been a rough one, but I am determined to get through it and move on. So as you can see, I already did the small bottles. I used a white jelly roll to color them in, and then I took these Crayola Supertips to color on top of that to get the effect that they are see-through and you can see both the shelf and the wallpaper behind them. Now, with the bigger bottles, I did do jelly roll on this one. It was taking entirely too long, so I pulled out a white Arch and Olive acrylograph to do the other 3. I'm not sure what if anything, if it's going to be different or how different it's going to be to color on top of the acrylograph than the jelly roll. I've colored on top of jelly roll before. I haven't colored on top of acrylograph. So we'll see what happens together. But I'm going to go ahead and get started and hope for the best because I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen. The only thing I will say with coloring on the jelly rolls yesterday, I don't know if it'll happen with the acrylograph. Can you see how there's white on the marker? It hasn't affected how the marker colors yet, but it still bothers me that it does that. Obviously, it doesn't bother me enough to quit coloring with it. I started something, I've got to finish it at this point, but it's just something to think about. If that's something that's going to bother you, maybe don't try this at home. It's something that bothers me, and hopefully I mean, these are not very expensive markers, but hopefully long term, you know, it doesn't affect it. One of the differences between the color tips and the Archer and Olive calligraphs is, because this has happened to me with the calligraphs when I colored on top of jelly roll with those, I was able to immediately color on some paper and it wiped the white off. That doesn't happen for these. It doesn't wipe it off. So on the calligraphs it does, on this it doesn't. It is what it is. I'm going to try and use the side that doesn't have white and hope I don't regret it to see if it transfers, if the acrylograph transfers. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't transfer. Okay, so now we know the acrylograph is the way to go when I'm trying to do something like this where I need the color to be a little lighter. If I ever decide to do transparent bottles again, then I know to use the white acrylograph instead of, yeah, it doesn't transfer. That's exciting. Okay. Anyways, I feel like I lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was saying. Okay, so that's done. Now, the only thing left is I was thinking about, like, since I don't have like where the liquid went, to like maybe do like some smoke, you know, to show that it went poof. But oh, I got some marker right there. Some, not marker, paint. That's okay. Maybe with some gel pens in the colors that we have. Not quite the effect I was going for, but it's something. It is what it is. I'm not gonna keep at it. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's it. I'm gonna keep it basic because with this one, like, it really just needs to be done. Like, this video has been so long and it has been such a trying week getting all of this to come together. I think I'm done. Let me know down below in the comments section what you think. Do you ever have this issue where it takes days and days and days to get a spread together, where you struggled to get it together? What did you do to get through it? Did you just scrap it and start over, or did you push through like I did and just finish it? I want to know down below. I'm curious to know. If you have any ideas of what I could have done differently or what I could have done, yeah, differently. Let me know down below. I'm curious for feedback on this. Do you love it as is? Do you hate it? Let me know. I want to know what other people have to say about this, because I struggled hard. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging in there with me with this. I really appreciate anyone who's watching. Give me a like if you liked it, and subscribe to see other videos where I don't struggle so hard. Thanks again, guys. See you next time. Bye.